Hi guys, hope all of us are doing great. I'd like to welcome each and every one of us to my channel of Honesty, Sciences and Mathematics TV channel. So today we're going to look at the last bit of a series of discussion we have had on the interaction of radiations and matter. And basically today we're going to create emphasis on the cells and body tissues. And of course, discussion for today is going to be, of course, a continuation of the first interaction we had of radiations and body tissues. We said that the works of Pierre Curie and the spouse Maria Curie, of course, laid foundation for trying to look at the characteristic of radiation on body tissues. And we had said that Maria Curie basically came back from the effect she had had on the exposure of this specific radiation. So therefore, from this, we are going to see that basically there's aspect of radiation, radioactive products, which are radiations, are going to have a negative effect on body tissues. And we had seen that one of the discoveries of Pierre Curie and Maria Curie, they found out that radium caused skin wounds when it came into contact with the body. And these skin wounds were difficult to heal, and that was one of the challenges that was being posed by this specific radiation. So therefore, today we're going to look at the concept of the interaction of radiations and the cells of the body. And of course, one of the effects is that they are going to result in the what we call a stopping of cell division. I mentioned the concept of cell division in some of our videos under the concept of meiosis and mitosis. So therefore, the interaction of this specific radiations and the body cells is going to lead to the formation of interrupting or rather trying to suppress the concept of cell division. And of course, this one can be looked at in two specific ways. So in this case, there are some cells which are, of course, resulting in the concept of cell growth or division, which are going to have a negative effect on the body, and therefore others are going to have a positive effect. Especially in the concept of growth, we're going to see that the division of somatic cells and some of the perhaps gametic cells, of course, are going to result in the formation of offsprings and, of course, in the growth of organisms. But other aspects of cell growth, like some cells of the cancerous cells, are going to result, of course, in a negative effect. So therefore, the aspect of radiations trying to stop the concept of cell division can be exploited in a therapeutical way, in that it's going to stop the growth of cancer. So therefore, this is going to be one of the application of these radiations insofar as the concept of perhaps medicine is concerned, whereby the radiations are going to be exploited in trying to stop the growth of cancer cells. And of course, that is going to be a benefit for one of the applications, as we're going to see later. But of course, in the also in that specific respect for trying to stop the concept of cell growth, therefore it's going to hamper some processes like growth that we normally expect, which is one of the processes of living organisms. So of course, we had mentioned earlier that the effect of radiations on the body, especially in the case of Marie Curie that I've mentioned, this that we are going to cause some what we refer to as wounds, which are going to be difficult to heal. And of course, this is of course going to lead to the formation of what we call, or lead to the state of cancer, which is of course a negative effect on the body cells respectively. So apart from causing these wounds, we're going to see that also the radiations are going to cause what we refer to as radiation sickness, which is also a negative effect of interaction between these specific radiations and the body. And of course, this is going to eventually lead to the concept of organ death. Now, in our cells discussion on cell specialization, we say that we have tissues and organs. So therefore, the interaction between the radiations and the body is going to result, apart from causing wounds which are difficult to heal, which are of course going to lead to the cancerous cells, or rather the formation of a cancer or the condition of cancer in our body. These specific radiations are going to lead to the what we refer to as radiation sickness, and also organ death, as we're going to see later, especially in the interaction between radiations and the body. So there are other aspects that we're going to see, like the surviving fraction, and of course what we refer to as the rate of cell division, which I've mentioned, of course, which is going to be affected due to interaction of the radiation and the cells. Now, apart from that, we're going to also see that we have discussed on the concept of chromosomes, which of course are going to let me just write it. So we have chromosomes, which are hereditary factors, as we have discussed in some of our videos, especially in genetics. I'm going to put a link of that specific discussion in the description boxes, so that it can be able to assist us understand this specific aspect of chromosomes. So therefore, we're going to have what we call a chromosomal aberration, and this is going to be, of course, one of the effects of what we refer to as derivations. So basically, in trying to interact with the chromosomes, this is going to alter the specific formation, which of course is going to result in the negative effect of this particular genetic materials, which we refer to as chromosomes. So the genetic aspect, of course, this particular part of the cell organelles, which play a vital role in the aspect of inheritance and variation. So therefore, the interaction between the radiations and these chromosomes is going to alter their specific structure, and therefore try to hamper their normal hereditary roles which they play as the organelles of a cell. So in this specific case, then therefore they are going to have a negative effect. And as we said, of course, they can be exploited in this specific case, of course, to alter some of the negative consequences of chromosomal changes, whereby we find that some of the diseases that we have in our society are hereditary. So therefore, the chromosomal structure can be able to be altered, especially in the genetic materials, in order to try to disrupt that inheritance of that negative trait. So therefore, we are going to see it from both perspective of the therapeutic and the negative effect, and that is going to be one of the aspects of the radiations on cells and some of the body tissues. So of course, this is going to complement other videos we have discussed on the concept of the interaction of the radiation and matter. And in some areas where we come across them, especially in application areas under genetics, we're going to mention them in an exclusive way. So that is it for now, guys. Bye, God bless.